Well, when I came, I was just dying to see Sohail. I was nervous as well to do the nikah, but most of all, I just really wanted to see him. What about you?
Well, I found it amazing that you could drive in the hall at first. Then all of Zara's family started greeting me.
They were all stood here, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure the chocolate fountain was here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fruit and stuff as well was there. Yeah, I was upstairs and I could hear the fireworks, I could hear the drums and everything, and I was like, oh my God, it's happening. That was when I got really nervous. So I did my nikah first, didn't I?
Yeah.
Why did they do that? Is it in case I don't want to marry you or something? When I got there, I was like, Mum, what if I don't know when I need to say, Kabul here? She said, I'll squeeze your hand. Guess what happened? When we were sat there and we were doing it, she never squeezed my hand. And then he was like, Beta bolona. And I was like, oh yeah, Kabul. And that's when it really sets in as well, that I feel like an idiot. But yeah, it really sets in that you leave in your family. Sorry, guys. I'm embarrassing.
Yeah, with you, all your family be crying and all, don't they?
Yeah, my granddad was next to me as well. And I had my dad there, my mum, and it's just really emotional. I'm ruining my makeup. But yeah, it's just like so many emotions come over you. Initially, I had my bridesmaids and my little flower girl, who's my little sister. I was kind of like surprised first when we walked in, because then the fireworks went off at the side. So the fireworks went off, and then walking and some petals were falling down. And I was like, where are they coming from? But it was the angels.
Did you know they were the angels?
Because I'd never seen how it happens before, and I think there were so many things running through my mind. I was like, oh, what's that? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's the angels. And the song that was playing, it was like my granddad's favourite song, so that was making me emotional as well. It was Dire Dire. Yeah, I really like that song as well. It makes me cry. I can't sing it, but yeah, it's a really sad song. It's a classic song, that song. It had no relevance to me and you, but it was because it was my granddad's song. I just really liked it. It was exactly how I wanted it as well.
Really?
Yeah, because I asked for like flower arches and they were all here as well. And there were just people everywhere, but you don't notice anything because the stage stands out so much. Next thing I know, the stage is going up and then Sohail stood there with flowers. And honestly, my face just lit up. It just made my day.
Everybody was surprised. Even my friends, to every family, everybody that was in here, they didn't expect where I was.
And then you start walking down towards me, and I remember I was just looking at you smiling. I thought you were going to say the most romantic thing to me ever, but you said, where shall I put the flowers? I was like, all right, okay. I remember my dad, he gave my hand over to you. It just felt at that point like my dad was letting me go. So I just turned around and said, I love you, Dad. And he didn't say anything back. And then we walked on the stage, didn't we? It just feels like the same thing, just walking everywhere. Everyone was looking there, weren't they?
Yeah.
And we were like, what are you looking at? And the cake was coming down from the ceiling. That was quite surprising. Were you expecting that?
No, I wasn't expecting that.
Do you know, I've actually been here before, and it doesn't matter how many times I come, you just don't know what's going to happen next. When I was sat here, all I could think about was the food. And when we were going to eat, we went over to is it the VIP table, which is amazing. I don't think I know any other venue that does that, where you can actually sit with whoever you choose, your closest people, and it's the most beautiful table in there as well, and the food is amazing. We didn't go for the traditional normal stuff you go for at weddings, which is good. It's different as well. It's part of what makes the venue, I think. But you liked the biryani, didn't you? I wouldn't have ever imagined having my wedding anywhere else apart from Bolton. It's just a completely different league in my opinion, to other places, right from the planning and the effort they put into every single wedding. I know that for sure because my brother got married here as well, and I knew from that day, you know, people usually want something different, but I was like, no way, I'm definitely getting married here. And everything's so extravagant. Honestly, you will not be disappointed, and if I could get married all over again, I would, to the same person, obviously. But everything with the food, I can't even find one negative point that I had with the experience at Bolton. The only thing I'd say is that time went so fast, so make the most out of it and get here early if you can.